Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to another video. It's Friday today. It's about 1:15, something like that. I'm back out down the stretch of the Avon, as you can see there. That's near home. A few reasons I'm back here, really. Firstly, if you saw the video 2 videos ago, I had an absolutely epic session trotting down here. I'll stick a link up there and in the description if you want to go and have a look at that. But 2 videos ago, absolutely epic session. A couple of hours. I had 10 chub out in a couple of hours, decent sized chub as well. So, do fancy coming back. Not got long today. That's the other reason of coming near home. I can walk down here in less than 5 minutes. So, what I'm doing today is I'm going to fish for a bit, and then I've got to go and do the school run. Pick the little one up, drop her off at my mum's, and then back down here and carry on fishing. That's the plan at the moment, anyway. Now, I'm also meeting a friend of mine who's wanted a few tips with trotting. He's just got a new rod. He fancied a few tips, and I thought, well, where better to go than where we've had a good hit of fish a few days ago, a couple of videos ago, as I say. So he'll be here shortly, but I've got down here, because work's done now for the day, I've got down here a little bit early than him, just to trickle a bit of bait in, and then we'll get cracking. It's going to be the same old. Apologies if it's getting a little bit samey, but at the moment, the rivers are absolutely cracking for some trotting. There's hardly a breath of wind and it's overcast. I mean, it's absolutely perfect. I'm going with good old mashed bread as usual. Now, I have been asked a little bit on social media recently about how I mix this up. So I'll do a little video just showing you how I mash my bread up, because you can make it a bit stiff and a bit runny and etc, etc. So I'll do a little video just showing how I make mine up. This is a little bit stiff, so let's water it down a bit. It's a bit of a balancing act, really. You want it, when you're trotting, you want it fairly sloppy, so that it breaks up and sort of clouds in the water. But by the same virtue, you've got to be able to throw it. That's better. I'm going to trickle this in just for a few minutes, perhaps 10 minutes or so. We'll try a few swims. As I say, it's going to be a bit of a punctuated session for me. I'm going to have to nip off and then come back. It's not a major issue. Yeah, we'll see if we can get some chub interested. We'll have a bit of a rove down the stretch as well. Right, we'll keep trickling this in, and I'll get my float rod set up, and I'll run you through the gear. So gear-wise, it's my standing trotting setup, my Dower Tournament Pro 15-foot rod, 125M close face reel there. I love a close face reel for trotting. I'll stick all the details of all this stuff down there, but I am also intentional on doing a video about my trotting setup as well. It's much easier to show you exactly the finer details of it from home. Suffice to say, I've got a Drake alloy stem stick float on there, 3.2 gram. That'll boss the water. Certainly anything we'll come into contact with today. It's got a nice big top on it, so we'll be able to trot quite a long way down in here. As you can see, it's a good way of searching out the water as well. If, can perhaps run the float 40-50 metres down even, and then, you know, if you contact some fish a bit further down, it's easy enough to just leapfrog down to them. So that's the setup. Just going to set the depth. I reckon it wants to be about 4 foot, and we'll, as I say, we'll trickle this bait in. See if we can get my mate a few fish. Absolutely wonderful method, mashed bread. If you've not tried it for chub, it works absolutely wonderfully. Just chucking it in on the sort of faster line now, which is about 2/3, 3/4 of the way across. Just tiny little balls of, well, I'll say balls, ball of slop, really. It's like porridge, really. I just want lots of bits in the water. The trouble is, it's very messy. But, you know, you could chop maggots, but, you know, this stuff's so cheap. I mean, even these days, I think a Neville's loaf is about 40p from Tesco, cheap white loaf. Just mash that up and buy some slightly more expensive, either some Tesco's own toasty, which tends to be relatively doughy, or some Warburton's orange or blue. Tends to be nice and doughy, and use that on the hook. But it can be a bit hot and cold down here. It does look good for a bite. Keep this going in. But yeah, from a price point of view, it's no comparison really with maggots. You know, it's quite a maggot, £3. You can buy 8 loaves of Neville's bread for that. Budget friendly. You do get through it. I mean, in sort of perhaps 2 or 3 hours, and perhaps get through a loaf and a half or 2 loaves of mashed bread, obviously depending on how many bites you're getting. It's a lovely colour, this river. It's a little bit clearer than I'd like, really, but it is running off, so, you know, you can't have it all. Previously, I've found sort of smaller chub around the sort of pound mark tend to hang about near that tree over there. But last time out, getting some bites off decent fish about 30 metres down from that. So if that's the case, we'll move down, because there's quite a lot of dead and dying reed beds in the water, and we don't want to get snagged up. I got snagged up a couple of times last time. I was here, I should say. So we don't want to do that. Can't resist having a cheeky go though before he gets here. Be a good swim for waders, but I don't fancy walking about in waders all day. Well, I say all day. I need to get back. Get back and get back again. So a bit of walking to do as well today. So I don't really want to be walking about in waders when it's not necessary. Right, we'll have a cheeky go. Stick that out there, and could go under at any second, to be honest. There we go. Ooh. Is that a bite? I don't know. I'll to keep this feed going in. Sort of every cast, a little ball. The size of a ping pong ball. I say ball, it's very sloppy. It's like runny porridge. Till we get a bit of competition going. And we can slow up a bit. Bit of a downstream wind today, which is a bit awkward. No bites up here. I think I'll have a move down there, a bit further down. Can trot the bottom of the run a bit better from further down. We'll have a little move. Right, you can run right down this particular run now. You know, we're not going to stick around if we're not getting bites. Chub will be here or they'll be somewhere else. So if they're not here, we're going to find them. Assuming they're up for a munch, of course. There we go. They're in. Thought it was the bottom again. But definitely not the bottom. Sat down there again, which is great. Try and get this one away from the area ASAP. Doesn't feel a monster, but feels a reasonable fish. There's a sunken reed bed, a bit similar to what's in here out there, so I'm going to be a bit careful. Because being a chub, he's going to make a beeline for it, isn't he? I don't want to get him in too quickly. There we go. Let's try and get in there, isn't he? Come on, up. Let's try and get him up in the water a bit. There we go. No monster at all, but... Come on, back to there. Cracking. Always have your landing net ready. Come on. Got him. Nicked in the top lip. Fab. Oh, he's not too bad. Not too bad a size at all. Probably about £2, I'd say. Somewhere around there. Fantastic. Wonderful stuff. He's coughing up loads of bread. Let's have a few of those today. A few bigger ones as well. Tend to catch the big ones a bit further downstream though, to be honest. Seems to be a marked sort of size in here. Tend to go up to about that sort of size. Maybe a little bit bigger. Here he is. Oh. Oh. That's a bite then. Come on down, mate. Take over. Obviously, when you get a bite, it's just a case of catching the line with your index finger and then just reel and you're in touch. There's no putting bail arms over and stuff. Yeah, I started doing that and having short hook links just because I was fishing with luncheon meat as well, and that's so buoyant, just to get it down, really. But yeah, it's more of a swing out, really. And then, yeah, from the off, I'm just getting that line. It's a little bit tricky, it's a bit of a downstream breeze today. I'm just keeping that line. I don't know if it's me as well, I just keep in touch with that all the time. But you can't really hold it back in here because it's just going to swing in. There you go. Quite a long way down that was, wasn't it? Oh God, we're in again. No beast again. Keep it out of the far side, it'd be good. Come on. So nice to see that float just, and it's gone. It's not very big, I don't think. Big reed bed down here as well. Got to be careful of. Get his chin up. Oh, not too bad, is he? Too bad. Right away. See if we can get them both in. Come on. Got it. Fab. Top lip again. Great stuff. Well, that was jammy, wasn't it? You've been lining them up for that one up for me then. Well, guys, nothing else doing here. Just a couple of fellas, so get them back. We're gonna have a move, I think. we go, Chub. There we go. Fab. Come on, fishes. A lovely crease there. So guys, fatherly duty's done. Child delivered. But we've not been getting many bites at all. So we had a move. Change of hat, change of luck. Hopefully we can have a bite or two in here. I've fished this swim once before ever. It kicked up plenty of bites, nothing big. Plenty of chublets and a few around the sort of £1.5 mark. So I'm hoping I can repeat it today. It does seem quite hard going. Just seem a bit off it today. Oh, got a fish and I didn't realise it didn't even have a bite. Float never went under, did it? Well, how bizarre, just struck at the end of the run, as you do. Float was still in view. I got one on. I'd rather be lucky than good. Definitely. God, he's trying to get in that tree. I think it's a reasonable fish, to be honest. It's not massive, but it's not one of those chublets. Try and land it without getting wet. Oh, it's not bad. You're landing it right outside of me. Oh. Well, I think that's about the biggest fish I've ever caught out of this swim. Oh, that's a nice one. And no bite. How random is that? No bite at all. Well, there we are. It's a good start, isn't it? Cracking. Perhaps the failing light's helping, but yeah, wonderful stuff. Yeah, call it a day that. Yeah, it's been another very enjoyable day down here near home. It's yeah, nothing like as prolific as it was a few days ago, but that was bang on that day, I have to say. But, obviously that's fishing, isn't it? Now, planning on getting out again early next week, weather and family permitting. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed that. Tight lines, enjoy your own angling. Many thanks to the channel patrons for your fantastic support, and I'll see you all again very soon.